in this moment forever. I don't want to close my eyes, don't want to fall asleep, 'cause I miss you, baby. I don't want to miss a day, even when I dream of you. Sweetest dreams will never do, I still miss you, baby. I don't want to miss a day. I don't want to miss one smile, I don't want to miss one kiss. I just want to stay with you, right here with you, just like this. I just want to hold you close, feel your heart so close to mine, and I'd stay here in this moment for the rest of time. Yeah, yeah.
You
I'm
just
leaving.
bring that up.
What's that?
We should we should make a conspiracy theory that 2 Girls, 1 Cup was faked. We should just make that up.
Spread it
real.
around.
It's too hard of a truth to believe otherwise. I need something more palatable.
All right, guys.
So did they.
So did the 2 girls.
We're sort of. It looks like. I mean, I had to work around a bunch of stuff, but we're back.
Yay!
I don't know what we missed while you guys were killing time, but I don't want to start anything, but the fact that our internet was killed in the middle of a conspiracy show is not at all ominous or anything.
This is clearly the work of Big Podcast. Got us down.
So it might not be the best
It's
connection
not
here,
going to
but
happen. We're going to keep.
if you'd like to continue, feel free.
Can I do mine just really quick?
Oh, take it. Yeah, I want to hear this.
Okay, so actually, since we discussed it earlier, I'm going to discuss the moon landing. A lot of people there's a couple different arguments why people think that it was faked. The first was some anomalies in the video, but no one had filmed anything on the moon before, so it could look crazy. There could be like moon men running around. It was totally new. And also 400,000 people worked on the Apollo projects, all said and done. And it's like, could you really expect all those people to keep a secret for 50 years if it was faked, given the world it was in now? But of course, the conspiracy people would say, well, those are the ones that came out and said it, but that's stupid. So, and there is another theory they have is they thought that the flag was waving in the wind, and obviously there's no wind in the moon's atmosphere for reasons I won't get into because physics was not my strongest subject. But apparently they actually had a specialized flag that made it stick out, because otherwise it'd just be like a limp, kind of sad-looking American flag in the soil of the moon. And so I guess the rod didn't come out I'm trying to make this not look dirty as I use my hands, but the rod didn't come out all the way, and that's why when they were planting...
Wow. So they didn't want a flaccid flag, so they had a hardened rod that didn't come all the way out when they were planting it.
Yeah, I'm going to put my hands back here while I finish.
Deep in the moon.
Yes. And that's
Okay.
why it moving is because it wasn't a stable base. Let's go on to the next one because I'm making an ass out of myself.
With the moon. That was funny.
Thank you. I tried. Anyway, they also say you can't see the stars on the moon, but the reason for that is because the exposure was too short to show like the lighting they had, and then the lights reflecting off the astronaut suits, and then also it's like if you turn your porch light on and you look out at the stars, you can't see them anymore. It's just
right.
I will move along a little bit. Another reason they thought that the shadows were wrong, but apparently it's another thing because the light is bouncing off the lunar ground, it's popping into some of the shadows, and that accounts for the discrepancy there. And there's 2 more. I'll do one really quick. One is you can't see Armstrong's camera. That's because it's actually on his front like a body cam and not like a huge clunky like tourist hold-up thing that you normally have. And the last one, people were convinced that Stanley Kubrick directed the moon landing. If you've seen any of Kubrick's films, the moon landing was not nearly weird enough.
I'm going to push back because the lighting being fucked up, that's very Kubrickian. The lack of sound, also very Kubrickian. So I would say it's 50-50 on that one.
Good point. I was waiting for the giant baby in the sky, though.
Is there a boot button we can use on the guy agreeing with the moon landing conspiracy?
That'd be bro. Hey, if you I am at Nicole is just okay on pretty much every platform. If that's one of my friends trying to be funny, then we're going to talk later. But anyway, that's about all I have to say about the moon landing. Anybody else have anything to add about that?
Well, I think you're half right. What people don't realize is they actually did go to the moon, but then they filmed a fake moon landing on the moon.
Yeah, there you go.
So we actually did go, but yeah.
I'd like to add to, my friend Yelly made me this tinfoil tiara when we were drinking and barbecuing at Land Park today. So thank you, Yelly. I think you're watching. This is a beautiful tiara.
I like it.
And before we go, anybody have anything they want to plug? Damien, you always have something to plug.
Oh, I do. Single dad life. So Capital Punishment every Tuesday on twitch.tv/Capital Puns. Every Sunday, I'm with Johnny Taylor doing Calling It in the Ring with Johnny Taylor, where we watch wrestling matches on twitch.tv/Calling It in the Ring. And we analyze wrestling matches because I am all kinds of dork. Other than that, you can find me on the social medias at Harmony. That's DUH Harmony on both Insta and on the Twitter. So feel free to hop over there and tell me why I'm wrong about Pearl Harbor. And then, of course, there's my podcast, A Geek History of Time. And that's at Geek History Time on the website, on the Twitter. And it's available on Stitcher, Spotify, and on iTunes. So it's a lot of fun.
All right, Willie, that's about it. Willie, got anything to plug?
Yeah, nothing but my charger, man.
Yeah, Willie, listen every third Friday of the month at 8 p.m. and at Stab Comedy Theater. Chad, what you got coming up?
Not much. I put this little brainchild together, you and I, and decided that it would be a lot of fun. In honor of He Who Shall Not Be Named on the podcast or the show. All of us comedians here know that there is a certain person who roams around our comedic scene and probably believes everything we've talked about today. So we didn't get the vaccine thing, though. We'll get that next time.
Yeah, if you'd like to be on the show, sir, hit us up. You know where to find us.
Yeah, we're not hiding. Real quick, Willie, what was the name of that? One of you, either Willie or Damien, mentioned that one of the tests they did was called the electric strawberry something.
That was you, right? Yeah.
So it's the electric strawberry Kool-Aid acid test, or it got shortened to the electric Kool-Aid acid test as well.
Well, that's a really big problem because I've also got an 8th of that, so I guess I'll cross that one off the list too.
And don't forget your apartheid ecstasy. So
yeah, I'm so glad that I quit raving in the mid '90s. I just missed it apparently.
Yeah. Oh, it is a fucked up story. Let me tell you.
Well, now that I know the history of it, yeah, it's disturbing.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think we're just about out of time. I do sound for Capital Punishment first Friday of the month whenever we come back for that. Willie, listen. I do a podcast with Jesse Rivera called The Podcast Comes From Inside the House, where we discuss either horror or music movies. And I think that is about it. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we will see you soon.
It's an honor.
Thank you, Willie. Thank you, Damien. I appreciate it so much.
Thank you.
You got it.
Thank you.
We should maybe have conspiracy theorists on. That would be fun.
I thought about that, about bringing somebody on that actually believes strongly. Like for example, like the thing Willie brought in, that's true though. That's the really scary part.
Yeah.
Like all three of us talked about stuff that people made explain something. Willie's is like, that's horrifying because it really happened.
Right.
That's
What about we bring up 4 conspiracies and